Hello and welcome back to my magical chamber. I am the Soul Enchantress, and today we're going to delve into the topic of what is karma. So, I know I promised that I would create this video, but seriously, I've been so pushed to do this video, so I'm going to get it out of my system and channel it out. Karma, just like the previous video I just released this week about your free will, is another completely misunderstood concept, and it has also been twisted around to kind of create its own dogma, so to speak. That's probably the best way to describe it. So, karma is actually the law of balance, and that is it's kind of like cause and effect. So if one thing happens, then it has to be balanced energetically, and this is all about energy. At the end of the day, your free will, your karma, your soul contracts, it's all at the level of energy. So karma is the law of balance, which means if something happens, then it has to be balanced by its counterpoint. And it has nothing to do with retribution. Now, the two words karma and retribution tend to be kind of slotted together, side by side, and the term that's coined is karmic retribution. And I am going to put my hand up here and say I am guilty of using this term as well. But I have promised myself as of today that I won't be using this term, because I've realized that even though I use the term and I mean XYZ, people actually assume that I mean ABC. So I'm going to stop adding fuel to the fire of using the term karmic retribution. And again, this whole video is for my clients. If you don't agree with it, stop watching it. Please do not comment on the fact that you don't agree with it and ask for explanations, because this is a channeled message and this is my voicing what I am being given as messages from the cosmic and galactic energies that I channel. So if you don't like it, don't watch it, and it really doesn't bother me. Because if you do leave spam comments or ask me to follow you or ask for explanations and disagree, I'll just purely delete your comments and block you from my channel, because this is my work is really sacred for me, and I don't take any garbage from people who don't respect my work. Okay, now, so karma is the law of balance, and also free will kind of comes into this a little bit, because there's this, in the spiritual community, there's this thing that, you can't hinder someone's free will. But free will is actually the active expression of life force, and life force is actually you. You are the soul spark, you are the soul, okay? So just like how I explained that your soul contracts are part of your soul stream, and that your destiny, this is what I'm speaking about, is part of my previous video on free will. So please watch that if you're a bit confused as to what I'm going on about. So your destiny is not something that someone is dictating to you. It's actually you, prior to incarnating in this lifetime, that your soul decided it wanted to experience as part of its journey. So you are the one that's creating your destiny, and it's not someone else's forcefully asking you to do this or be that. Okay, so that's what you need to understand. At the end of the day, the reason that you need to take responsibility for you and your life and the changes you want to create, or what is happening in your life, is because at the core of it, it's your soul that is directing this movie that is your life. Okay, so karma is actually and if you actually look at it, it's if free will is the active uh, the actions of life force, you're actually kind of messing with people's free will all the time. Every time you put yourself first, every time you pray that you will get the job, or if you, for example, marry someone, it just means that someone else can't marry that person, and vice versa. So you've actually kind of impinged on someone else's free will. And we do this every day. So there's nothing called you're actually stepping on someone's free will. Okay, and karma is the reaction that's caused. So, for example, let's take the example of the job. So, if there are several applicants for the job, you getting the job, which has to have a balancing counterpoint in terms of karmic energy, is that someone else doesn't get the job. Okay? That is not karmic retribution. That is karma. That is simply the law of balance. Karmic retribution is not that what you do unto others comes back to you. That is a whole other scenario, because retribution is a different action in itself. Retribution is you wanting the other person to understand the hurt that they've caused you, okay? And then you taking steps to create that unease in that other person. I'm taking random examples. This is not for you. This is not finite. This is not, examples of work that I've done or anything like that. This is just random examples that I'm being given, and I'm using it because obviously whoever is listening to this message, it's what's going to make sense. So there is nothing called karmic retribution. Okay, karma is simply the law of balance, which means that whatever happens, there is a counterpoint energetic reaction. And what I've been told is that counterpoint energetic reaction doesn't necessarily have to come back into your life, but it comes back into your life because you actually expect it. Okay, and also this is where sorcery comes into it. You can delete karma, and you can change your karma, and you can suspend your karma. Okay, so those are all possible. In other words, if just because you get the job, because you've actually actively gone out there and done a fabulous job of impressing your interviewers, and so you get the job, and someone else doesn't get the job, that doesn't mean that you need to be punished because someone else didn't get the job, because that's essentially what people are referring to as karmic retribution. Retribution is you wanting to make somebody else understand the hurt that they've caused you. What you need to understand is that the karmic, whether it's karma or whether it's retribution or whether it's free will, you are not going to get punished for doing something, okay? Because you create your experience. Your soul stream has the energetic imprints of everything that you want to experience, and your soul stream and your soul is what decides what you want to experience and what you don't want to experience. And you can change that. So hopefully I haven't confused you completely, but I hope this has been helpful, and if you have questions, I would love to answer them. That I am happy to do that. It's my caveat before was to anyone who just doesn't actually respect the channeling or the message. And but if you want your questions answered, I'm happy to do that. And if you want to delve into whether it's enchantment work to better your life, or to release negative people or events or experiences from your life, or to reverse negativity and toxic energy that has been sent your way, I do all of those workings, and I am happy to help you. So the easiest way to contact me is through my website, soulenchantress.com. Joyous blessings.